Every student knows the pain of forgetting. You studied last night, you were so sure you had it, but in the exam hall, your mind went blank. It's important to note that memory isn't magic, it's management. And the secret to remembering begins before you even start to memorize. Welcome to Life, Mood, and Reality. And in this particular podcast, we're looking at exam in progress. Yes, EIP, exam in progress. And in this episode 3, we're going to be looking at mind before memory. Yeah, mind before memory. What I call MBM, mind before memory. And we're looking at the psychology of retention. The psychology of retention. So I want you to, and I'm trusting that in this podcast, you're going to learn how to make your knowledge stick and stay. Are we good? So let's begin. There's a truth nobody tells you. And this is what I want to tell you, right? There's a truth nobody tells you. You don't forget because you're dull. I forgot this person, the door is a door child. No. You don't forget because you're dull. You forget because your mind is clustered. Yeah. And when your mind is clustered with so many things, you have so many information, it becomes difficult for you to filter. A phone buzzing, a mind worrying, a heart comparing itself to others. All of this steals the oxygen that memory needs to breathe. So there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that are happening around. Memory strives in calm and clarity. I want you to note it down. Memory strives in calm and clarity. If your mind is not clear, if your heart is comparing, if your mind is cumbered about many things, you're going to find it a bit challenging to remember. So before you try to pour new knowledge in, empty was already screaming inside. You have to empty it. Take a minute. Close your eyes and breathe. Tell your brain, we are learning now. Yeah, talk to it. Tell your brain right now. Tell your brain, we're learning now. That single act changes everything. Because when your mind is steady, memory becomes possible. When your mind is steady, memory becomes possible. So every time you want to begin, take a minute. Close your eyes and breathe. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let me break it down for you in the most simple term, right? Your brain stores information in 3 layers. I'm going to be sharing that with you right here in this podcast. Your brain stores information in 3 layers. The first one is the sensory memory. The sensory memory. The sensory memory is what you see, what you hear, or read in the moment. The sensory memory is what you see, what you hear, or read in the moment. We have short-term memory. Short-term memory is where information stays for seconds or minutes. Then we have long-term memory. This is where mastery lives. Are you with me? So to move from short-term to long-term, your brain needs 2 keys. your brain needs what? Two keys: understanding and repetition. I don't care how you've read it. If you repeat it over and over again, it will stick. Yeah. Especially when it's practical, it would stick. When it's visual, it would stick. When you understand, your brain connects ideas. When you repeat, your brain strengthens those connections. See why some people have difficulties breaking addiction? Because it's in the long-term memory. Those connections are there. They have been repeating it over and over and over and over to the point of mastery. That's why cramming really works. When you're a student that loves to cram, you probably forget. Cramming is like saving a file without clicking save. That's how I see cramming as. Right? It's like trying to save a file without clicking save. When when you get your laptop, you're trying to save a Word document and you're done with everything, but you didn't click save. You think it's there until power goes out. Poof, it's gone. Are we enjoying this podcast, right? Good. So I want to give you 5 principles to make your brain your ally. 5 principles to make your brain your ally. The first one I want to give to you is understand before you memorize. Understand before you memorize. Don't copy notes like a machine. Don't copy note like a machine. Ask why and how. Understanding creates mental hooks. Memory hangs on them. Are you getting me? So understanding creates what? Mental hooks. Your memory hangs on them. Number 2, teach what you learn. One of the reasons why they say teachers are the best learners is because we always teach what we learn. Really. I teach this person, I go, teach you, I teach you, I teach you. We get paid in the process, right? But I teach you, I teach you, I teach you. And before you know it, we get it. So teach what you learn. When you explain a topic aloud, you build stronger neural links. Teaching is the highest form of learning. Find a friend, a mirror, or even your wall and teach. I've been doing that. Right? Even before I became a teacher, I used to do it. I'll look for a wall. I will assume that there's colleagues or classmates, colleagues or students there, and I'll start teaching. Because I want to understand the concept. I'm asking myself a lot of questions. I want to say, it's crazy. It's my house, right? If I do it in the street, but they'll probably put me into a psychiatric something, right? But it's my house. So I create a scenario and I try to teach it for the first time because I want to understand it. I want to see how will my learners perceive it. I want to do a simulation of it before I actually carry it out. Number 3, use visual and stories. Your brain loves images and emotions. Your brain loves it. Turn facts into mini stories or diagrams. Example, instead of memorizing, in this case, hardware, right? Components of internal hardware, right? You can just find them. Just look at the pictures of them. This is the CPU. This is the video card. This is the sound card. This is the RAM. You look for it. This is the SSD or your hard drive, and they stick. So use visuals and stories. Whenever I'm teaching theoretical terms, I love to gist. I told myself, let's gist. Let's talk about it. Let's play with it. Let's communicate. Let's as if we're having a conversation. And they learn better that way. They learn better that way. Number 4 is space repetition. spaced repetition. Review after 1 day, 3 days, 1 week, or 1 month. Each review is like watering a plant. It grows root deeper. So always do that. Review. Always carry out the review. It would help you. Number 5, and this is one of my greatest, I call it flaw for me. Whatever I'm sharing to you, these are things I use. I'm not just giving you, these are things I've been using. I've been talking to some of my students, they've been applying it, and I felt it's time to come to this podcast and talk about it and help people as much as possible so you can learn and do well, especially in this season of your exams, right? Whether it's CIE, EdExcel, your university exam, whatever kind of exam, it is exam in progress. Is sleep well. And yes, I know I default in this. But I've come to learn that yes, you have to sleep. Some students don't have time. I'm reading. You have to sleep. I don't know how to stress this. You have to sleep. During sleep, your brain organizes memories like files into folders. Stay up all night and those files remains unsaved. Mind before memory. You can't recall what you never truly learned. Write it down. You can't recall what you never truly learned. One of my students, right? I'm just gonna call her Soledad, right? Used to study till like 2 a.m. every night. She keeps studying and studying and studying. She says, "Sir, I read so much but remember nothing." Yeah. It was one of the online class after the sessions that we had, like I asked her, what's happening? Right? Because I just marked her assessment and I knew this is I knew she was studying, like really, because the mom tells me she's studying. What happened? And I'm acting like, what happened? And she told me that I read so much but remembers nothing. This was what I told her. You're forcing your memory, not feeding it. Yeah. You're forcing your memory, not feeding it. I changed the method. She began studying in short focus sessions. After each topic, she summarized it in her own words. She slept 7 hours. Within 2 weeks, her recall improved drastically. She came to me, right? Joined the call and she was really smiling, right? After a mock in the school, and said, "Sir, I could actually see the note in my mind." That was really good. That's the power of an unclustered, rested, trained mind. It doesn't panic, it performs. Are you hearing me? It doesn't panic, it performs. Let's get specific. Because I want to teach you. If this is exam in progress, I want to teach you how to pass and how to pass exceedingly well. That's my focus. The first one I want to talk about is mind gaps. Start with the main topic in the center, right? Branch subtopic outwards. Your brain loves connection and maps and mind maps, right? Mind visualize them. So use the mind maps to visualize them. Okay, so that would really help you. The next one is active recall. Close your notes, ask yourself, what are the three main points of what I just read? What are the three main points of what I just read? If you can't answer, review and try again. Review and try again. Mnemonic. This is also what I want to talk about. Turn information into patterns. Turn them even into songs, acronyms, or phrase. ICT, Information and Communication Technology. ICT, Information and Communication Technology. Okay, that song was really good, but you get it, right? But IPO, IPO, input, process, output, IPO, input, process, output, right? Something like that. So I'm telling you, it's gonna stick. Anytime you have IPO, you just know that input, process, output. That's my terrible voice, right? You learn. Expert system, user interface, inference engine, explanation system, knowledge base, and rule base. Now you can remember them when it's a rhythm. The next one is blow notes. When revising, cover parts of your notes and try to fill in the blanks. It keeps the brain active. It keeps the brain active. So when revising, cover parts of your notes and try to fill in the blanks. I used to do it back then, years back. When I'm writing on the board, when I'm writing a note on the board, I intentionally make some spelling errors. And it didn't make some spelling errors. Now, if you're copying the note without reading, I would know. Because you would have just copied it without reading it. Yeah. So I used to do it all the time. And if you're caught with it, because of that, my students used to, right? So they used to intentionally read while they're writing. Because if I'm marking your notes and I see those errors, you're going to get punished. You're going to serve detention. So it's another way to help them to revise. The last one I want to talk about is teach others. Even a 5 minutes voice note explaining a topic rewires the brain. That's why you need to have a circle. Who are your circle? That's a good question. It's not only when you want to gossip. There are some students when they want to gossip, they have a circle on Snapchat that they can go on gossiping about their teachers, how tall they are, how short they are. I don't really like this my physics teacher. The way he speaks and he looks mean and everything. And they go on. Thank you. I remember one of my students told me, they said, Joe, you're just so tough. You give us work too much. Oh, I give you work too much. Story of my life. Okay, story of my life, right? But instead of you doing that, why not have a circle of friends that you can revise with all the time? So you can call it the revise group, right? The revise group. RG or TGR. TRG rather, the revise group. And whatever you learn, use a voice note and you can teach others and others can communicate with it, minute on it, talk about it. And before you know it, that's how you learn. Have a circle of friends, belong to an online book club. Join a book club. Gather your friends, have a book club. Talk about this textbook. Talk about this note, this topic. Talk about it. That's how you learn. And don't talk about TikTok. Okay? The greatest students are not those with sharp memories, but those with still minds. When you sit down to study tonight, today, don't rush, don't panic, don't chase the clock. Breathe, center yourself, and whisper, Mind first, memory next. Okay, let's go. Mind first, memory next. You whisper, mind first, memory next. Because when your mind is ready, your memory will obey. Are you hearing me? When your mind is ready, your memory will obey. And one day, when you open that exam paper, the answer would rise from within. Three things. It would rise from calm, it would rise from clear, it would rise from confidence. Thank you for listening to Life More Than Reality. This was episode 3 of Exam in Progress, Mind Before Memory, right? And I really hope you enjoy the psychology of retention. These are things I've been able to use over the years, and I felt like sharing that with you. And I want you to remember, the best students don't just study harder, they study smarter, they study calmer, and they study with purpose, right? So until next time, right? Rest well, think clearly, remember deeply, because your mind is your masterpiece. Bye for now.